Hey guys, welcome to the Fingerguns podcast. I'm AJ.
And I'm Harper.
And we are your hosts for today. Actually, for all the time.
We are never going to stop being your hosts.
We will be here forever.
Is that ominous?
Yes.
Okay.
Today, we're going to be talking to you guys about improv.
And it's fitting because we improvised this entire episode.
Yeah, there are no scripts. We're just really just going off of creativity and willpower.
I guess, if anyone's ever done anything with theater or they've had acting experiences, they've encountered improv somewhere in their career. You know what I mean?
Yes.
In kindergarten, we were already being exposed to improv. And, normally it's not we're going to do improv. It's, games and stuff, right? We would have different games to play.
Yeah.
I hated them.
Oh, yes. I hated them, too. They're extremely stressful.
I know. I feel like it's a bit arrogant to say that we're funny people right now, but I feel like I'm, in general, pretty funny, I don't know, in conversations and stuff. People laugh, but I feel like the pressure in those games to be funny, it
totally kills the vibe. The funny just stops, it has to be a spontaneous thing. And
Exactly.
improv games are not my favorite at all. Actually, I hate them. And as you said earlier, we are introduced improv very early on in our lives, like charades. That's an improv game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's actually two types of improv. There's short form improv and there's long form improv. So short form improv is charades is an example of short form improv. And long form improv is long.
I think those are fun. I think I prefer those to short form improv, to be honest, because I feel like you get to build your scene and it's not just a flat character, because a lot of times in short form improv you have to show up and you have to go in for it, you have to make your impression and you have to it's kind of a flat character, but for long form you can develop everything, the scene and everything much more.
Yeah, you have time to develop things.
So do you have anything you remember specifically about improv that we've done?
I can remember one incident for me. So we previously mentioned this. We were both in a show called 12 Angry Jurors, Jesus Christ.
And I need to remember the name of our show.
I was Latino and I was in a gang.
Sorry. They didn't typecast, okay? I'm sure they didn't mean to typecast or anything. It's just what happened,
It's just
what
how
happened.
things wound up. Yeah.
Yep.
But I was in a gang and my character was really good with knives.
Yes.
That was that became important later on in the story because they were talking about the stab wound. The play is about this jury trying to figure out if this boy was guilty of murder and he stabbed his father. Mm-hmm. So they're talking about the stab wound and my character's oh, that's weird. That stab wound seems unusual for that kind of knife.
Right.
My character grabbed the knife that they were using for evidence and I was supposed to show everyone how to use it.
Yeah.
This was the last.
I
So
remember this.
in the last performance, the prop knife opened up and it just totally fell out of my hand. Fell on the stage. It was so quiet. All eyes were on me. I wanted to die. Well, okay, technically this is not much of an improv story because I just picked it up and kept going. Nothing happened, which was made it even more of a funny moment.
I feel for that scene, you did the right thing. I don't know. If you pause, because your character is naturally very nervous, He was, really anxious the whole time. So I think it was fine.
But I saw an opportunity to improv there. I wanted to say something I haven't used a switchblade knife in years, which was true for my character. My character
Right.
had, grown out of his gang ways.
Sorry, it's not funny.
Yeah, I mean, that's a moment where improv is used when things just don't go as planned, things go off script. Yeah, and also my theater director was watching from the audience and I heard him laugh. He laughs very loud. I love his laugh.
Yeah,
but yes, he was laughing at me and a bunch of people came up to, they come oh my god, I'm having a stroke. A bunch of people came up to me after And they were like, AJ, that was so funny. I was like, I don't want
It's
to
like,
talk
please
about
don't make
it.
me relive that memory. No,
Yeah.
yeah, I get it. I have those too. I don't have anything that pops to mind right now, but I get that. I feel like it's just an instinct, and if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to bring up, though, we have a friend who's done drama with us for 2 years, and she had a great improv moment.
Yes, in Wrinkle in Time. All right.
She,
Oh, I wish you
yeah.
were here to tell it.
I couldn't say anything. We were both in the wings. Were you in the wings?
Yeah, I was in the wings. I was off stage.
Yeah, but basically she was in the chair. I don't know if you guys watched the film. To be honest, I've read the book and I've watched the movie, and it still doesn't make 100% sense to me.
Yeah,
but
she's Wrinkle in Time is so weird.
It is. She's like the evil leader of this like evil planet who's controlling everyone on the planet. And so basically it's like this like I forgot what it's called, but she's like in this like command center, and then
Oh my
she's
god,
in this
Central
chair.
Central Intelligence. That's
Yeah,
what it's
that.
called.
Yes. So, she's in this chair. She's being all threatening, and then she falls off of it because I think the chair malfunctioned or something. I don't know what happened.
I think she stood. She was on a ramp. We had like ramps on the stage, and she was trying to walk down the ramp. Since there were ramps,
yeah.
it was like slippery, and she
she's
fell down the ramp. Totally, just like fell.
And then she just picked herself up and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. The Central Intelligence is having some maintenance issues." And I was like, "That's amazing." She just literally fell down and she like
Super
carried it
smooth.
off so well.
Yeah, it was like it was part of the show, and that's good improv.
That's very good improv. Okay. So I guess what we're trying to say is a lot of times in most productions, you bring your character to life, but you don't have much like autonomy regarding it. You know what I mean? Like you're given a script and you have to go by it. You're allowed to bring your own nuances onto like the lines you say based on how you say it and what you're thinking. And that's all it takes to be like a good actor, right? Like being in that character's mind. But improv's what allows you to like kind of put yourself into that character, and it adds a whole new dimension. Because good improv is you being able to think like your character does and executing that, like actually saying something that they would say in that moment. And I think that's really special. Like I think that just shows how much you connect with your character. And so I think it is stressful and it is like hard to do on the spot, and you definitely have to practice for it, but being able to do good improv means that you're able to be a good actor.
Do you have any stories where you had to use improv?
Well, for that play that we did, I had a lot of lines where I'm just straight up explaining the crime scene. So a lot of that was like, it's hard to improv. Like I definitely forgot my lines because it was like this long monologue about like technicalities of the crime scene. And so there was like small stuff in there that I had to improvise, like because I totally forgot what I was going to say. But I think mostly what I had to improvise were just like these small reactions and like to like what other people were saying. If someone says something to you and the audience can see your face, I think it's important to react in that, to have like a good reaction,
Yeah,
because
acting
that's
is
not
definitely
in the script.
reacting. Yeah,
That's super important. So we have something excited prepared for you, and I'm really scared because we talked about how scared we are of improv.
Yeah, we're going to do a little improv thing. All right. So I have an improv prompt generator.
I'm so scared.
Which is not loading. I'm so stressed. All right. Are you ready? So there's there's going to be a line that we're going to start off with and an emotion.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am not ready, but let's do this.
All right. The line is, "Why are you laughing?" And the emotion is brave. What?
What? That's not really an emotion. That's
a
state of...
Can we do it? Should we do another one?
Can you like just change the emotion? Because I feel like it's a good starting line, but...
Embarrassed. Okay, the new emotion is embarrassed. Ready?
Okay, we can do that.
Okay, who's going to start?
You start.
Okay. Why are you laughing?
What do you want me to do?
I mean... I am coming to you for comfort. And I'm trying to rant to you, and you're just gonna laugh at me? Like, you're the last person I'd expect to laugh at me.
Sorry. It's just, you just told me about how You accidentally sneezed into your grandma's open coffin at her funeral?
Okay, you know what?
I know.
I have allergies.
But
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. I do feel bad for you, and I'm sorry that you were embarrassed, and I'm sorry that your mother threatened to disown you in front of your whole family.
She did.
And I do.
It's really serious.
I
Who
feel
am I
sorry
gonna live
for you.
with, Harper? Who am I gonna live with?
I guess
My
you could.
aunts and uncles are dead too. Okay, I have no other family other than my
Did you
parents.
sneeze in their coffins too? Is that why?
You know what? All of them had their funerals outside, okay? In these huge forests. And I'm allergic to pollen, okay? In the spring, too. It's not
Well,
my
then
fault.
why don't you just take some allergy medication? If you've been to so many funerals.
Okay, it's because...
And it's like, what?
I don't believe in allergy medication. I don't. I don't. I think our bodies are supposed to build themselves up on their own. You know, you can't give a baby... Like, that's why I'm against vaccines, too. I think vaccines, like, they cause autism, but also they don't allow your baby to strengthen its immune system.
Oh, that's great. My body, the most important and wonderful vessel in the world,
Exactly.
is always there for me.
God-given.
But it can dishonor my dead relative's corpse because my body is so in tune with the environment.
Okay, but you know what? We make mistakes sometimes. No one's perfect. And that's on the Bible.
I haven't desecrated my dead relative's corpse, but I don't know. Up to you. Yes? Are you doing okay? Are you having an allergy attack right now? Can you not breathe?
I'm really just about to sneeze.
Really?
Yeah, because I think I'm allergic to your bullshit.
You know what? Maybe you'll die of your allergies, and then I can come and sneeze into your coffin before you die.
That is a low blow.
Actually, I guess it wouldn't be before you died. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it before you die. I'm going to sneeze into that coffin before you die, and then when you get it, I'm going to sneeze in there again.
Oh my god.
Okay, that was our first take, everyone.
Why was that kind of good? Okay, I did get weak at the end.
Thank you for giving me that anti-vax storyline there.
I just want to say for the record, I'm not anti-vax. I'm not allergic to pollen. I'm not against any allergy medication. It's all part of my character.
Okay, big tip on improv is you always want to remember what happened in the scene. Like, as in, you don't want to just keep it moving in a line. You want to like act like this is a part of their life, so they would call back different moments, you know? And I think that's fun for the audience too.
Yeah.
So it makes you look really clever, and it's easy.
I have like 3 rules for improv. Mm-hmm. So my first rule is just go with it. If someone like makes a suggestion, you want to go with that suggestion or somehow complement that suggestion.
Work with your partner, you know? Like, just keep in mind that this scene isn't just yours, you know? Like, of course you want a direction for your scene, but if your partner says something that contradicts your idea for the scene, don't like try to change it back. Just go with the flow. Mm-hmm. You know, like a lot of times I found when I first started in improv, someone would say something and I would be like, I had such a good idea. And then I would try to like steer us back onto that path, but it just kind of makes it really awkward.
That's kind of how scenes fall apart.
Die out. Yeah.
Don't ask super broad questions. Like if you ask someone like, who are you? They have to come up with like a response, and they
like if you're starting off in improv, don't do that for sure.
Yeah. And then my third rule is to focus on story, not on humor.
Like try to like make your story last, you know? Like if you start off your story negatively, like I feel like because of improv and because of like how like it can go from like 0 to 100 really quick. One of you is just going to end up dead and then the scene's over, you know? Like, start it off positively, and no matter what the other person says, always have a direction. Keep it going, and make sure your scene is able to last long. If you're not thinking in a long-term way, your scene's going to fizzle out, and it's just going to be kind of awkward, and you guys are just going to be standing there.
Yeah, and you have to, like, pace yourself, pace the story.
Right. I would say the last thing is just have fun. You know, if you put too much pressure on yourself, if you take yourself too seriously, it's not going to be fun. You know, at the end of the day, it's not like going to be the end of your career if you mess up during improv. The point of improv is to be fun.
Yeah.
Just enjoy yourself, work with your partner, and sometimes if you don't have anything to say, just, you can kind of let it go, and you can let the ball fall in their court and let them say something funny. Just anything to move everything along, keep it smooth, and just have fun.
In conclusion, essay word. Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Improv is an extremely important skill to have if you want to get into acting. And I totally blanked.
I can take over.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. I think improv in its nature is very free. It's very creative, very expressive. So don't try to structure your improv. Let improv be something you do for fun. Don't be like, oh, this is the principle of improv that I need to grasp. Have general tips you want to go along with. But just if you want to do improv at home, if you want to find someone to do improv, make it fun. Make sure you like the other person and just have fun. Enjoy yourself. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be free. And it's supposed to let you work. It's not your final destination. It's what helps you get there.
Mm-hmm. That's a good analogy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I improvised
Oh my God. And it all comes back full circle.
It does. And before we go, we're recording this episode right after we released our pilot, and we just want to say thank you guys so much for listening, and thank you so much for the positive feedback. You guys are great.
Yes,
and we didn't really
world.
expect anyone to listen,
right?
But you guys are so sweet. You guys are so great, and thank you for supporting us.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. We love you guys, and it means
we
the
do.
world.
Okay.
All right, well, I guess we can conclude. We'll talk to you guys next week.
If we're not dead yet.
Bye, guys.
Bye.